Podcast Alien Meditation, Episode 10. Welcome to the Alien Meditation Podcast, the program where we teach you to connect with your stellar ancestors and empower your spirit with the Andean philosophy. I am Prieto, shamanic facilitator, instructor, and founder of the international school Alien Meditation. Access alienmeditation.com to find content and courses that will help in your spiritual growth and your training in holistic therapies. Course of Magic in the Full Moon. First of all, I want to apologize to the listeners of my podcast due to my distance. My podcast has been delayed because this end of the year I am renewing many things in my personal life and in my alien meditation project. Changes always brings chaos, but I hope they bear positive fruits by 2022 and that the content of alien meditation can help more and more people. On this occasion, I humbly want to share with all of you the knowledge that I have about the magic of the moon, especially the full moon. When the moon is in its full phase, it brings it a lot of magical potential that can help us promote success in our life projects. I want to bring this knowledge at the end of the year so that we can put this wisdom into practice and that we can prepare ourselves to have a successful 2022. It should be noticed that the magic of the moon can be practiced throughout the year and not only when the year is ending. It is important to learn about the moon, to be aware of our emotional changes and consequently to be able to harmonize our emotions. Also, to know the magical energies of the moon and thus be able to use them to project what we want to do, that is, to place those energies in favor of the concretization of our objectives. This way, you can flow better with the cycles of the nature and consequently have more luck in your life. Taking into account that the word luck is being ready in the appropriate circumstance. First, I must emphasize that for a magic to work, it's necessary to have the wishes, thoughts, words, and actions aligned toward the same goal. It is useless to do a prosperity ritual when we have a dogmatic thought that being rich is a kind of selfishness, or that only poor go to paradise. It is useless for a person to say that he or she wants to find an ideal partner to share their life, when in the actions the person is spying on the ex on Instagram and cannot stop holding emotional resentments. For our intentions to come true, everything in us must be aligned. Thoughts, words, and actions must be consistent with the same goal. Another important aspect in performing magic is understanding the basic cycles of the universe. For this, we have the example of yin and yang. This drawing of two fish, one white with black eyes and the other black with white eyes, is the basic symbol of Taoist philosophy. The yin represents the feminine forces, what is at rest, what is dark, what is inhibited, what is internal. The yang represents the masculine forces, what is active, what is clear, what is exhibited and externalized. Each of these charges contains a portion of the opposite charge within it. The yin contains a portion of the yang, and the yang contains a portion of the yin. These opposite proportions increase in size, until the yang is consumed by the yin, and the yin is consumed by the yang. In short, what was yin is now yang, and what was yang is now yin. This is the constant cycle of nature. What was previously a dark sky, night, is now a clear sky, day, and what was previously a clear sky, day, is now a dark sky, night. The moon is also governed by the same cycle. New moon, yin at its finest. Crescent moon, the yin in transit to yang. Full moon, yang at its finest. Waning moon, the yang in its transit to yin. The cycles of the moon. The new moon is ruled by fire element, equivalence with the energy of the sign of Aries. This is the period where we close obsolete cycles, which no longer serve us in life, and start new cycles. Our new goals are projected in thoughts, where the seed of a new project is sown. The crescent moon is ruled by the element of water, equivalence with the energy of the sign of Cancer. This is the germination period of the seed, the gestation of our idea, our project. The full moon is ruled by element air, equivalence with the energy of the sign of Libra. Here we show society what we have germinated. We share what we have sown. Here you can perform the rituals to manifest in concrete reality everything that was in the field of the ideas and was germinating. The waning moon is ruled by the earth element, equivalence with the energy of the sign of Capricorn. Here we collect the fruits, we manifest our projects in tangible reality, in the physical world, and at the same time we recap on the harvest of our project to identify if there are things to restructure. We also have the moon represented with the archetype of the triple goddess of neo-paganism. In this version, we have a lunar goddess fragmented by three visible characters: the maiden, the mother, and the old woman, being that the fourth aspect can be considered as an energy or potentiality that has not yet been manifested in reality. So we have new moon, the potentiality that has not yet manifested; crescent moon, the maiden, the one in process of maturity and growth; full moon, the mother, fully mature and materializing her projects, her children; waning moon, the old woman, the one who has already materialized her projects and is ready to retire at rest and prepare for a new cycle. The moon directly interferes with the earth. It exerts influence on the tides and on ourselves, being that we are composed between 60 to 70% of water. When the moon is full, it causes movements of sea level rise, caused by the gravitational force of attraction that the moon exerts on Earth. In our body, a process similar to that of the tides occurs, causing the secretions and fluids of the body to alter. In the case of men, there is an alteration of their testosterone level, and in women, an alteration of the level of estrogens. That is why, at a full moon, men tend to be more active and women more intuitive. But if these potentialities are channeled incorrectly, men can become violent and women have psychic disturbances. The technical names for each phase of the moon. New moon, known as the solstice of novilunio or new moon solstice. Crescent moon, known as first quarter equinox of moon, full moon, known as the solstice of plenilunio or full moon solstice, waning moon, known as third quarter equinox of moon. Each of these phases lasts 7 days, closing with a cycle known as moon menstrual, lasting 28 days, which is the same as a woman's menstrual cycle. When the woman is in tune with the natural cycle of the moon, her menstruation must occur in the new or full moon phase. Finally, we are going to see an astrology concept applied to the energy of the moon, a full moon ritual for prosperity, how to make moon water, and a cleansing and energizing bath. It is very important to understand in which astrological sign the moon of the month is, in order to use that energy to our advantage. Each zodiac sign has a frequency that will help us achieve our goals. Moon in Aries, help us to start new projects. Moon in Taurus, help us to have prosperity, money. Moon in Gemini, help us in studies. Moon in Cancer, help us at home, in love. Moon in Leo, help us to be creative. Moon in Virgo, help us in the perfection of a project, in health. Moon in Libra, help us in communication, in harmony with our partner. Moon in Scorpio, help us in the transmutation of negative energies. Moon in Sagittarius, help us straighten our spirituality. Moon in Capricorn, help us in business, in professional life. Moon in Aquarius, help us in the innovation of our life. Moon in Pisces, help us in the expansion to a higher consciousness. In this case, the moon that we will have on November 19th, 2021, is in Taurus, appropriate to promote financial and money rituals. However, that day we will also have a lunar eclipse, which can create a chaotic or counterproductive energy. So, instead of improving finances, the opposite can happen. It is not a conditioning of the universe, but it's an alert so that we are prepared and know how to deal with that chaos. It will not be appropriate to make decisions on the day of the eclipse, especially if they are financial decisions. This eclipse also speaks of the fact that there may be social upheavals related to the economy, or scandals related to corruption and mismanagement of economic resources in different countries. The energy of this eclipse teaches us to detach ourselves a little from the material, to improve our diet, to be careful with the lack of exercise and sedentary lifestyle. The good thing that this eclipse brings us is the opportunity to reflect on these aspects of our life. Full Moon Ritual for Prosperity. Do it any full moon day except during the eclipse. Materials: 7 coins, 1 red candle, 1 red cloth, 1 round mirror. We light our candle, and with the melted wax of the candle, we put together the 7 coins one by one until they are all glued with the candle wax. When we have completely glued the coins, we can leave the candle lit until it finishes in a safe place. We place our round mirror in the light of the full moon, and on top of the mirror we place the coins glued with wax, invoking the power of the Mother Moon to bless us with all her prosperity. We left the mirror and the coins overnight in the light of the full moon. In the morning, we cover our coins with the red cloth and place it in the form of an amulet inside our wallet or purse. The round mirror should be used only for ritualistic purposes. Never let other people use the mirror. The moon water. The full moon water is the holy water of the cosmic goddess. This water will help us to maintain positive energies for the realization of our objectives. We can use it to wash our face, sprinkle the house or our clothes. The use we give to the water will depend on our creativity. This water is accompanied with the magical energy of the roses. Depending on the color of the rose, the water will serve us for one purpose or another. Red rose, beauty, passion, luck. Yellow, prosperity, happiness, abundance. White, peace, helping a loved one, spirituality. Blue, calm thoughts, harmonize emotions, calm a fight. Orange, get over a loss, get over a trauma. Purple, transmute harmful energies. Pink, charisma, love, sweeten a relationship. Procedure. In a full moon night, other than a lunar eclipse, we will put a transparent glass or a transparent plastic pot and pour regular water inside. Then we place the rose petals and we are placing our intentions as we put the petals. To potentiate the energy, if we have the round mirror, we can place it under the pot. The next day, we store the moon water in a dark container and it's ready to use. The cleansing and energizing bath is ideal to do before performing a ritual. For this, we will need a pot, coarse salt, lavender fragrance spray or oil, which can be easily found in pharmacies. We put a handful of coarse salt in the pot and take it in the bathroom. We place the pot under the warm water of the shower so that the salt dissolves. We leave the pot with the salt and the water in a safe place and we bathe normally. When we have finished bathing, we slowly pour the salt water all over our body except on the head. We wait a minute. We rinse the excess of salt with plenty of water. Then we take the fragrance of lavender and place it all over our body, including the head. At the end of the application of the fragrance, we wait for the water to dry, naturally, without having to dry it with the towel. Then we can put our clothes. Clothes should preferably be light shades or white. And this is how we have finished this dive of the moon and the rituals of the full moon. Thank you very much for your time and attention. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share it and subscribe so that this content reaches more people that can benefit from it. See you in the next episode. Bye!